I thought I was the guy next to you.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
Jared. Should I do more voices?
I think you should. I think it fits you well to do different voices. So
thanks.
Yeah.
I'm a chameleon.
I'm a chameleon. So
Seriously.
we're back. Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of our scene by scene breakdown.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, Fiddler on the Roof. Aha, gotcha. Green eggs and ham on your face, listener.
Yeah, it's a different podcast.
It's a totally different podcast. Gotcha. Aw. So yeah, we're back at part 2 of our breakdown of The Lucky One. 2012. Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Taylor
Zac Efron
Schilling.
vehicle.
Catastrophic. No. Shot him into the stratosphere. That's what I meant to say.
When did Orange is the New Black come out?
When did it come out?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh, I'm glad you know offhand.
2013.
So we're pre-Taylor Schilling actual fan.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. I forgot she was in it. That's what that
She is the star.
Yeah. This is yeah. I never watched the show, so I don't.
Oh, I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good.
Okay.
It's where I know what's her face from. Russian doll.
Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, thank you. She's great. But I know her from Orange is the New Black.
Oh.
Anyway.
Not American Pie, or I guess I know her from.
Yeah, no, don't remember her from that. Remember her from Orange is the New Black.
As long as you remember her.
I was like,
that's all that matters.
Who's this star in the making?
Yeah.
She's never been anything else.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what she's going to do next.
Yeah, I can't wait for the career she'll have someday.
It skyrockets. Oh my god. All right, so we're working our way through this Lucky One movie. This
We're the lucky ones.
Yeah, we are the lucky ones here. Truly, we are. And yeah, this is a pretty generic Nicholas Sparks.
You do the thing you love, you'll never work a day in your life, pal. This is what we're doing.
Yes.
This is your work now.
This is true. This is it. This is what I do.
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh God. What have I done?
Also a novelist. Look out for pre-ordering Russ's new book coming out later this year. Get it. Yeah.
Get a copy. Get 3 or 4 copies. Get a copy for your coffee table.
Yeah. If you buy a copy, we'll give you 5% off the ITMT board game.
What?
I promise you. Send us a receipt for Russ's book and we'll give you 5% off.
Take a photo of you in the book on the beach and
that's right.
5% off the game.
Yep. I'll remind you when we get closer to actually being able to do either of these things.
We should probably write down all these promises we make in these episodes.
Nope. The listeners will let us know. I thought about it. I almost said like 20% off. And then I was like, no. What if we sell the board game for like $5?
Yeah.
It's 5% off.
Yeah, 5%.
We can swing that.
5% is good enough. So
we're planning on losing money on all of our business ventures, right?
Well, yeah, I think year one you always lose money year one, right?
You got to spend money to make money.
That's right. It's all about growth, So we're trying to build our user base, and then we'll.
Oh, yes, right. I got to pay for that growth. Everyone should.
Everyone's got to pay for growth. That's how it works.
Yeah. No, I meant that concerning growth.
We have to set up a Patreon for that or something.
Oh, ITMT. What a treat.
Yeah. It's a treat that keeps on treating.
No tricks, all treats.
This is the Terminator prequel that we all wanted.
Yep. That's right.
So I think where we last left everyone.
Everyone's mad. Everyone's angry.
Everyone's mad.
Well, except Beth.
Well,
Beth.
Yeah.
Beth's smitten.
Yeah. We left off. We've got, things are kind of heating up a little bit between Logan and Beth here, a little bit, right? Logan's flipping out because he hasn't told her yet about the photo, and we got the asshole cop ex-husband dad there who's watching Logan from his car. So
somebody's watching me.
In this movie, someone is always watching you. From the last point we left, we're right into the next day. We're heading to the old cemetery.
As I live and breathe.
Yep.
Unless you're in the cemetery.
Yeah.
I forgot how weird Louisiana cemeteries are. I was like,
oh,
right. They're all above ground because Water.
Yes. Let's, because sea levels.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops. Probably not the best idea. But so they're at the cemetery, one of those above ground ones. Have you been to Louisiana and been to an above ground cemetery?
No.
It is weird. It is just as weird as you think it is.
Did you go just for fun?
Yeah, I mean, there's cemeteries everywhere.
I was like, what do you know someone buried?
Yeah, nope. You know what I want to do this weekend? I want to go down to...
Let's go dig up a above ground grave.
No, they're everywhere. But when I was down there, I walked up to one and I was like, oh, this is weird. It's creepy. It's extra creepy. That's all, right? Cemeteries are already creepy, but then to have anything above ground, it's like, oh, this is extra creepy.
Yeah. So. I mean, a lot of countries that do that. Not that Louisiana's a different country, but I feel like in other cultures, it's more common to do like above ground graves. Yeah. True.
Oh, I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen cemeteries like that in like Mexico and also South America, like where they do a lot of like body stacking in like big walls of graves. It's kind of neat. But yeah, definitely jarring to a New Englander who's like, no, we've got land. Let's put them all in the land individually
and have really small cemeteries all over the place.
Yes. We'll have many, many bodies everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
This is a good use of land.
Yes. Let's put a cemetery right in the middle of the city, right downtown.
Yeah, a quarter of downtown Boston will be cemeteries, but little tiny ones all over the place.
Little tiny ones. You can't have. Could have been parks.
Yeah.
Who builds a city around a cemetery? Anyways, all right. So we're at the cemetery above ground, and we got Nana and Beth paying their respects to Sergeant Drake Green.
That's right.
Who is Beth's brother?
Right. Did you say Jake Green?
Drake.
Yeah. Okay.
Drake?
Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say?
I thought
Jake? Drake?
Mishearing. Yeah.
That's all right. I might have. You know what?
Drake.
I'll check the tape.
Drake, like the Canadian.
Yeah, like the Canadian. Yes.
Famous Canadian Drake.
Not our favorite famous Canadian, but
least
Canadian.
favorite. Maybe for me, famous Canadian.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
Not a big Drake guy. Yeah.
Me neither. I don't.
Yeah. Not a friend of the pod. Enemy of the pod.
Enemy of the pod.
Famous enemy of the pod, Drake.
So yeah, they visit the grave. We get a good cry session.
Yeah. And
then we go back to the doghouse, and Beth's hanging out in a little garden here, and she just loses rage. Goes berserker.
She's like just clawing down rose bushes with her bare hands, which like would leave a bloody thorn mess everywhere, but doesn't.
And she's like covered her face in blood. I'm like, Yeah.
We call that a movie goof, I think.
Yeah. And then, movie goof. And she's like smashing pots over, freaking out.
Terrible Earth Day weekend movie to watch.
Yeah, not good for Earth Day. Logan spots her freaking out, and he comes out and he calms her down. He's like, hey, calm down.
Oi, lady.
Lady, quit all your herping.
Terrible.
So we get a big, they sit down, they're sitting in this garden here that she's just destroyed, and she just opens up about her brother, right?
Right.
And then talking about there's an investigation going on about how there was friendly fire or something could have happened.
Yeah, weird. Yeah.
I didn't catch what was. So yeah, and they
didn't say much about it.
No, they just kind of left it at that. But it was like there's more crying.
Friendly fire.
So at this point, do you think he's did he piece together at this point that he's like, oh, maybe no, not at all. Like there's no way, right?
Not even close. No, yeah.
Like, oh, this was the guy who
did I friendly fire that guy?
How? Yeah, like how? Yeah, he's like, shit.
Is that me?
Oh shit! Did I shoot him? And then they're just doing this moment, and then
this moment,
and she's talking about like how the brother built Drake, not the Canadian, but the brother, he built this wall or whatever, and like they were close as kids. It was like,
what a weird scene this one is too.
All of the backstory in this, and it's probably just like a Nicholas Sparks like book, but all the backstory for all these characters just feels. There's some it just doesn't feel genuine. It feels like it's straight from like a template. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like later on, she's like talking on the boat, like about her parents and stuff like this. I'm like, and they died in the car accident. Yeah. Of course, everyone's parents die in a car accident in fucking books and movies. It's like
classic Disney movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like,
yes. But so she's talking about, how Drake built the wall and she supervised, which is one of my favorite Eric jokes, that I built his fire pit. You knew that, right?
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I built Eric's fire pit once. And
just once, not twice?
Well, I didn't have to rebuild it. I did a good job the first time. But, he supervised its whole thing. Right. That's part of the joke that I tell. So shout out to Eric, who I know doesn't listen to the podcast. Maybe he'll listen to this episode because I told him we mentioned him. But so then this one day she couldn't find her book, and she's like, "Where's my book?" And he just pointed at the wall, apparently, like a real asshole. He put the book in the wall.
Just another book in the wall.
Hilarious. Great prank.
Yeah.
Like, haha, I cemented your book into the wall.
It's so dumb. I have no comment to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then she, in the present moment, she just starts laughing like a crazy person. She's
yeah.
My book in the wall. The book in the wall. It's a very weird scene. And he's like, well, I guess I need a few beers before I can tell jokes.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we do too. So I guess.
What is this scene? I hate it.
All right. So then we get, is this, I think there's a little scene before the another montage, a little mini montage.
Well, yeah, he's like when he's reading a book.
Yeah.
And Ben and Beth are also reading a book simultaneously.
It's destiny, you know,
staring off into space.
It's their density.
It's exactly their density.
And then we kick into montage, a little mini one, right? Where it's basically just Zac Efron. Yeah. Zac Efron.
Yeah. Zac Efron. No, you're
Zac
right.
Efron. Right. Okay. Just hanging out with puppies. It's adorable. And dogs. It's like, come on.
I wish Christian Haydenson was in this movie.
Oh my God. Come on.
It'd be 20 times better.
Is it Christian Haydenson or Hayden Christian? I can't remember. What's his name? What's his
Christian
real name?
Haydenson.
Yes. What's our name for him?
Christian Haydenson, right?
Yeah.
His actual name.
Christian Haydenson. Right. His Canadian-born name is Christian Haydenson.
One of our favorite Canadians.
Right?
Speaking of.
Absolutely. Definitely in front of the pod.
Up there with Biebs, yeah. We'll gladly have Christian Haydenson on the pod.
Absolutely. He buys a shot. He moves to the number 1 spot.
That's right.
That's how that works. So
that's exactly right. You move up the number of spots as many drinks as you buy us.
Yes. Right. Right.
Only one Canadian.
Only one, yeah, we only got one, but that can change.
That can change.
Christian Haydenson.
Be the change.
Be the change you see. Be the density you want to choose.
That's right.
So we got a montage. He's cleaning dogs. He's playing with dogs. Him and the kid are brushing a dog, having fun. Obviously, there's a bond growing between Logan and Ben, the kid there.
Yeah, Ben's asking about his dog tags
while they're brushing a dog at the dog kennel. Yep.
He's like, "Oh, the black one's in memory of my buddy," and I was like, "That's I didn't know you do black dog tags. That's interesting. Is that real? Do you think?"
Oh, maybe.
Just happened to be that his buddy's dog tag was black, but
I think he probably just show that he's died. I would guess, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing.
You pop him into like a little case thing, whatever, or like had like a edge to it. But,
yeah, maybe that's trivia. We should have known. Listeners, let us know. Is that a thing? You're probably military experts, all of you. Anyway, and then everybody starts to like him. This is when we get the vibe of like, oh no, now everybody is Team Logan. He just seems like a cool dude. That's what the point of this montage is like. Nope.
Yeah.
He's all right.
He's won and earned the respect and coolness of everyone else, right?
Respection.
Respect
and affection. Yeah.
So we're still at the dog compound here.
The dog pound, yeah.
Got Logan who's training a dog to go through tubes and find terminators and stuff like this. And then we get the asshole cop dad Keith here.
Yeah. We got little Benny in a baseball uni.
The sheriff's, he's picking the kid up to bring him to a baseball game. We got a little Beth telling the dad to be like, hey, don't be one of those asshole dads at sports events. It's a charity game. This is a
charity game.
Yeah, it's a charity game. Don't push him too hard.
He responds, he's like, he's my boy. I'll do whatever I want.
That's my boy. I'll do whatever I want.
When Ben's with you, you can plant flowers, play the fiddle, all your little whatever stupid shit.
Crochet.
I'm going to do whatever I want with my boy.
Like yell at him.
Yeah, get in the car, boy.
So yeah, then
music.
Well, yeah, music, and then the dog just really random, but the dog that Logan was training just jumps the fence as soon as the dad and the kid drive away. The dog jumps the fence and just runs away. Like he wasn't even chasing the car. I don't think he just
yeah. You have to think that was real. Like just happened, and they improvised that. And
they happen to have
just go with it.
Yeah. Fuck it. We need to make it to the hour and 41 minute mark. So keep that in.
Yeah. Stretch us out a little bit.
And then we're at a farmer's market.
A market?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's live music and people buying things. I think this was just to set us up for like what's going to happen later at the same farmer's market.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
Just to show us that there's another place in this town other than the two houses.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, oh, they're just showing us we're in Louisiana. We're in a place.
Yeah.
With stuff and things.
Yeah, it's just Logan, I think, right? It was just him there, right? He was just buying stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it kind of does. Not really. Whatever.
Yeah. So then
back to the dog pound.
Keith pulls up with Ben, bleeding out his nose.
It wasn't me. I didn't hit him. It was a baseball I hit him.
Yeah. Idiot kid can't even feel the ground ball. That's why. And the boy's like, yeah, Dad, I'm stupid. I couldn't even get that ground ball, but I tried.
And they won.
You sure did, boy.
Yeah. And it is where things escalate real quick, though. And kind of the extension of the scene from the trailer. And Keith just like, him and Beth are talking. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And he's just like, all of a sudden, just like, grabs her by the arm. She's like, let go of me. And then Logan's hanging out and Logan's just hanging out in the doorway like an old Western, like Shane or something, just being like, best be listening to the woman.
Yeah, you better do as she says.
There's going to be trouble around here. Keith.
Look at my mustache. Keith's like, all righty, soldier boy.
All right. Soldier boy. Didn't like your last album. All right. So,
all right. Yeah, Keith would have been a good McConaughey. I think.
Yeah.
McConaughey would have been a good Keith.
Good Keith. Yeah, I think so. But that's not what he does. You know, he doesn't do that. So
he doesn't do this schlock.
No, absolutely not.
We've definitely never done a movie that starred him.
No.
Recently. Go listen to those episodes, listeners, if you haven't already.
And then we get the old dramatic question of why, right? And why are you with this guy? Why is this situation here? You know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And we get some more backstory from Beth being like, well, we met senior year and he was star of the football team and captain of the football team. And he asked, and I said yes. And she can't leave or she'll lose Ben altogether, right?
Well, I hate when we do this because I always feel bad when I do it. But backtracking slightly, there's a scene in between when Ben comes inside with her first, and she's like, "Oh, you got your birthday coming along?" And she's like, "Dad says I'm getting too old for birthdays." Like, what? What is that? Your kid's like 9
for birthday parties too. I think that was what it was specifically. Like,
yes, yeah.
I love birthday parties. My birthday's coming up. I'm having a party. So.
Yeah, of course. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Well, no, it's important. Ben. It's important because it just goes to show how a real asshole Keith is, right?
Exactly.
Don't have a birthday party. Kid, what's wrong with you?
And that's when Logan's like, why don't you just leave him? Like, why don't you just leave this town? Get out of here.
He's gone.
That's when she explains like the politics of the town. She's like, well, I can't leave because the judge would take my boy away. Judge Daddy is the boss of this town.
Right. And all it takes for Keith as a police officer, as a man of the law there, he can just say she's unfit, whatever. Everyone's going to back him up. And then
that's when she gets into the story of their marriage and how Keith's Ben's dad. He has a right to be with the boy. Logan's like, well, I just wanted to help. This ending of this scene was weird, right? Because Logan's like, oh, cool, whatever. I just wanted to help. And then he walks away and Beth's like, oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then she runs out. Then it ends even weirder because that's when she runs outside and she's like, when are we going to get beers, by the way?
Yeah, she has like a moment of like, oh, I didn't mean to send him away. Yeah, it's all just plays out really weird. There's a lot of that in this movie where like there's these just all the scenes are like they're really short.
Yes.
And there's nothing there. There's like no meat. It's just they just
align to the story. Yeah.
Yeah, they just exist, and then things just at certain points happen faster because it needs to happen, right? So there's no flow to these things. It's just like, all right, here we go. Anyways, so
that's when it cuts to inside with Nana, and she's like, it's just beers.
Yeah, the scene from the trailer, right?
You shoehorn that into the last scene. Like unnecessarily. And then, it's exactly the trailer. It's just beers. We're not going on a date or anything.
As we all know, casual beers with coworkers is,
never a date.
Never a date.
Later that night on the date, Beth's like, Logan, do you think Blythe has a plan? And he's like, the fuck? I know I said I was into philosophy, but...
Yeah, hey, come on. I also gave you Dr. Seuss. Come on. Right. And we get some more backstory about him, and he's basically Marine family, right? Military family.
IG enlist.
My pappy, my grandpappy, my grandpappy before him.
His pappy's pappy.
His pappy's pappy.
His pappy pap smear.
And then she's like, what time is it? Like, you guys came out for like one drink and one question, and then that's it. This is moving quick. And she's like, I want to show you something. And she takes him to her quiet place. All right. Quiet place 3.
All right.
It's a boat.
It's a boat. It's a dead boat.
Yes. She's like, that's my boat. And yeah, it's a dead.
It's a shrimp boat.
It's a shrimp boat. And then we get a ton of backstory. And this is where I felt like it just feels like it just feels so generic, copy paste backstory for people. And she's just spitting it all out about.
My parents died in a car accident when we were real little. So lucky to have Nana. Daddy took Drake fishing all the time.
That Canadian, you know him, right?
Yeah, Drake. He went fishing with my daddy constantly.
Oh my God. Parents. I guess they all have to die in these stories. And then mom was a music teacher. Dad loves fish, and she hated it. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. And then he drops her off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
importantly here, she says she can't even start the boat anymore. Obviously, he's going to fix the boat. That's when they set this up, right?
Right. That's an foreshadowed. Yeah, definitely, right?
Yeah, she's like, the boat doesn't even work anymore, but whatever. And then, this is when they get in the truck and they talk about drunk driving, and I'm like, wait, but he's driving.
Yeah, and if there's we'll take a quick pause there, and if you're a serious eagle-eyed viewer of this movie, you'll know that the boat is the same boat that's in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Then they're about to do some drunk driving because they had one Budweiser at the bar there.
Well, I think they had more than one.
Yeah, because you don't get to the question of like, you think life has a plan for you after like first beer? No, you have to have have like 5 or 6 and finally be like, hey, you know what, man? You think life's got a plan for you and like for us and like the world,
Oi,
fucker. You think life's got a plan for you?
Fast fact, Zac Efron loves Australians.
He does. Was that the accent we were doing?
Well, almost. I think you're getting a little Australian at the end of your.
Oh, British. Mine. Oh, yeah. It was. Yeah. It's that usually happens.
Crikey.
Oi, crikey. Crocodile Dundee.
Bit of footy with the kangaroos.
You think life has a plan for you?
Play a little bit of footy with the Roos.
Oh my God! I think we hit the point where we're doing those accents because the movie's so terrible and boring.
I'm Hugh Jackman.
Now you know what accent I'm doing because I said who I am.
That's right.
All right, so they do a little drunk driving. They get to, is it his place? Actually, it's his place. Yeah, because it's her truck. Yeah, it's her truck. Yeah. So it's her truck.
Because he walks everywhere.
That's right. Yeah,
he doesn't own a car.
Right. That's right.
This movie's so fucking stupid. God, I hate it so much. Right.
He lost his driver's license somewhere in the war. Someone else has found it and someone's walking to find him.
that little vicious loop in Iraq it's a leave a penny, take a penny. He got the picture, he left his license.
Leave one item. Oh, well, I could walk everywhere.
I don't really need this. I've got my military ID.
All right, so she drops him off, and they're hanging out in front of his shit house, and they're hanging out in the truck, and then he does. There's a little chivalry. He opens the door for her, I think, in this moment, and then they little steam things start heating up, starting to feel that southern humidity as they.
She's like, "Well, we're gonna have to do this again because you never told me any jokes. You owe me jokes." And he's like,
"By the way, she doesn't have this hardcore accent at all."
Yeah, you owe me jokes.
You look like a funny man. Why don't you tell me some jokes?
And he apologizes. He's like, "Oh, you're right. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?" You sound like you're fresh out of St. Louis Obispo.
I do declare.
I do declare.
And then they kiss. And and it takes forever. Oh my God.
So frustrating.
It's like one kiss and then they pull back and they go back in. And it's like, oh my God.
And then Zac Efron's favorite line, you should be kissed every day, every hour, every minute.
It's so bad.
Dumb.
And said in the worst possible moment. It just feels so forced in there. That was definitely a line from the book, right? Like that had to have been
it must have been.
Yeah, because it just felt so shoehorned in there.
It's so stupid. You can't not have it be that. Yeah.
You know, like I wonder if like the hardcore readers of Nicholas Sparks, like when they watch these movies, it's like watching a Marvel movie and they're like, oh, that's from the book. That's from the book.
They said it. They said it. They said it.
They said it. They said it.
Great power, great responsibility.
So yeah, and then cops show up.
That's when the cops pull up, right?
Cops trying to snatch my crops and they pop up.
Hey boy, you know you were doing 50 through town back there.
That's not even true. 50 miles an hour. No. This truck can only go 35.
Yeah, like we couldn't possibly have been doing 50. And he's like, all right, let's forget this ever happened then. If you drive away.
So basically, she's like, Keith set you up to this. It's Keith's cop buddy there with a mustache. Clearly, he's a cop because he's got a mustache. And cops show up to break up the little romance.
Yeah,
and that's a bit much.
She even drunker drives away. But she's the least sober person.
Yeah. And she's like, fuck it, I'm getting out of here.
I'll drive away if I want to. You can't stop me.
So that solves that. And at this point, we are pretty much right at the halfway point of the movie.
So frustrating.
Yeah, I thought I'd drop that in on you right there.
Oh my God. This episode is so much longer than the last one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's because it's getting good.
Is it?
All right. So after a little drunk driving and date night there, we get a little mini montage, working montage, right?
Montage of him working, picking things up, putting them down.
I pick things up, I put them down.
Ladies love it.
So he's unloading stuff, and we get a scene from the trailer. She's just watching him from kitchen, washing a pot,
Somebody's watching
seductively.
Oh, yeah, clean the shit out of this pot.
Get that dish soap in there, and she's just soaping it up and clean them pots.
Sponge.
And then mom catches again. We have the moment of
the sexiest word in English.
Yeah,
sponge.
Sponge. Sponge. I think we're gonna get a different kind of listener to this podcast.
Yeah, we're already labeled explicit, right?
Yeah.
Noise.
Sponge. Beans. Sponge. Cake. House chores. So we got another moment of people watching people. So Beth is watching Logan unload and load stuff, and
Nana's watching Beth.
Nana's watching Beth, watching her kind of have a little steamy moment while doing the dishes, which is all this all kind of creepy when you think about it that way. And we get
and Nana's doing weird art stuff meanwhile, like while she's watching her.
Yeah, I don't know why we had to zoom in on that. She's
got a little art studio.
Yeah, whatever. She's artsy and craftsy. Who gives a shit? So
staying active in her later years.
Yeah, she's a Nana. She's doing Nana things over there.
She's doing Nana stuff,
right? Nana stuff. You never know what Nanas are doing. You do actually.
I just want to do Nana shit with my friends,
right? With my drunk friends. And then we get the line from the trailer. She's like, I think that pot will be the clean as it'll ever be, as clean as it'll ever be. Which, in a weird, awkward cut, like cuts back to her and Beth, and then she like flips. It was so weird. Like it wasn't like whoa! Someone's watching me clean the pots, staring at someone else. It was like, and she like drops the pan, drops it in the thing, and soap water.
How unexpected!
Whoa! There's been someone here in the house the entire time. It was so goofy. So we're still at the doghouse here.
Yeah, it's at night now, and well, no, then we cut away then to Logan at the boat.
Yeah. I think
trying to fix it. Obviously,
yes, he's fixing the boat. Yep.
And then his light goes out, and he just says, "Shit," and then the scene ends. Like, what a waste of a scene. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It was to show that he's working on the boat. Behind, I guess so. Right? Like that's the old foreshadowed there. So,
and then we go back to the farmhouse
back to the doghouse. We got Ben doing some chess research, right? He's got his book there. He's reading up.
And he gives it to Logan. Is like, this could help you. This will help me more than it can help you.
You little shit. Give him a little backhand. You little shit.
Yeah. Smart kid. And then he's like,
Wise ass.
Oh yeah, my mom's out in the barn. If you want to go fuck her in the barn. Like, cool.
Cool, kid. All right, kid.
Yeah, props to the homie. Thank you.
Checkmate,
Let's
homie.
Go.
That's called checkmate. So yeah.
Hovey, I'm going out to the barn.
All right. Rook to queen 4. All right. So and checkmate. So yeah, then we're in the attic in the barn, and things start getting a little steamy. Then we get the kid coming out. Kind of a little bit
First, he walks in and she goes, "You just wanted to stop by? How mysterious." And I was like, this is the stupidest. The writing in this movie is so bad. We wouldn't be like, listeners, I think that this may be one of our better episodes in terms of me and Russ comedy. We know this is not one of our best episodes in terms of the movie being actually interesting to talk about even. This movie's so boring and it's not badly written enough that like there were laugh out loud lines of funny, like everything about this was terrible.
There's a lot of eye rolling, a lot of ugh.
Yeah. It wasn't like Contra-Geist where we had a good time because the lines were hilarious. This is written like your worst nightmare romantic comedy.
And I want to add to this too, and we're saying this, and of course we're just two dudes, I guess, right?
A couple of bros having a good time, sure.
Right? Which of course, we got, maybe a little bias here of some of these things, but if you read the reviews of this movie from people who are professional critics of film, they all say the same thing. They're all like, this is just garbage. It's just there. So
we hope we made it up to you in terms of us being more on our game than usual. Because otherwise, then this movie would be so boring without that. I feel bad that we're making the listeners listen to the story because the story's so stupid until the end.
Until the end.
And then it's funny.
Oh, can't wait. Let's get there quick. So
we're almost there.
All right. So they're up in the attic trying to get a little steamy time here. The kid comes out, little cock blocker's like, "Hey, mama, where's the ice cream? Oi, mama.
Oh, where's my cream?
Where's more cream? Make sure you put it in a bowl, honey. All right." The little shit doesn't put the ice cream in a bowl, by the way. He's just eating out of the carton. What's your take on eating ice cream out of the carton? I think that's okay. Yeah, it's not it's not like drinking.
Way more relatable.
Yeah. It's not like drinking out of the carton because you can eat out of the carton. Okay, that's fine. But you are re-putting your spoon back into the ice cream.
Well, when I eat out of the carton, I finish the carton. There's no
there's no turning back.
If I'm eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's, I'm eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
I mean, Ben and Jerry's is like the Netflix of ice cream. Like they have the perfectly sized thing where it's you're going to finish this in one sitting.
Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't done that in, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years.
I haven't done that in a good 10 years, but
that was my special back in the day.
Definitely. Cherry
have
Garcia.
a night out on the town.
Little Cherry Garcia.
With my buddy Russ, we're out drinking or something, get home, be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to eat a pint of Cherry Garcia right now. Or fish food. Welcome, this is a farmhouse.
God damn it, fish. Son of a bitch.
Fish food's so good.
I mean, Cherry Garcia, I guess. That's all right.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Jerry Garcia. Friend of the pod.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
So we got that out of the way.
Apologizing for this movie.
Little shit's eating ice cream out of the carton while doing his chest studies. Meanwhile, up back in the barn attic there, shit is getting steamy.
Kind of.
Yeah. Little makeout sesh, a little hang out in the chair. Lights just turn on. Which I didn't
get. Want some ice cream? Well, man, I guess. Yeah. Lights are on.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? And then we're at a good times montage. Good times. Things are right. Good times montage. So we got the next day.
Horsing around.
Doing boat stuff. We got
Logan, lots of boat stuff.
Logan and Ben doing boat stuff while Beth and Zeus are just watching on the sidelines. And she's kind of, they're in a boat. And then we got Logan and Beth doing boat stuff. And she's falling over in a boat. A lot of boat stuff.
Yeah.
I got no problems with boat stuff. I like boats.
Yeah, boats are, we're a pro boat podcast.
Oh, big time.
Let this be clear on the record.
I can love boats.
Russ and I are both pro boat.
Yes. Pro boats. Yes.
If you have a boat, invite us.
Yeah.
It's smitten@gmail.com.
We'll send you a donut and actually we'll bring you donuts onto your boat.
Oh, if you're actually inviting us onto your boat, I'll bring you whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
That sounds like a great time.
Ideally be located in the Northeast United States.
Yeah, within like a 2-hour drive, maybe an hour and a half drive. If it's like a day thing, I want you to be within a half hour, an hour maybe at most. But
or it's this meets that goes to Italy and
we do a canal thing.
We meet up with the Italian listeners.
Yes,
who I'm assuming are in Venice. Yeah.
Where else is there to be? Venice.
Venezia.
Venezia. We'll see you soon. We're booking our tickets right now. We'll hit you up on our big music tour, right? In 2023. That's right.
Yeah, with Russ's book and the board game.
Yes. And the concert. And with our...
Yeah, Russell slap the bass.
Slap at the bias, yeah. All right, so we're done horsing around in boats. That's it. No more boat time, all right? Everyone just calm down. Aren't there like alligators down there they have to worry about? Anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. Is it alligators on there or is it crocodiles? Aren't they?
They're gators. They're gators.
They're definitely gators. Oh yeah, right. Gators. Yeah, right now.
Crocodiles are on land generally.
Yeah.
Gators are more aquatic in the swamplands.
Okay.
I don't think gators are as big of a problem in Louisiana as they are in Florida, but I'm sure they're still a problem.
I mean, you have the Florida gators, so yeah, it's probably more
cooler gators though.
Yeah, right.
Like fucking dinosaurs, dude.
Right?
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
Millions of years unchanged because of the perfect predator.
Just
incredible.
just surviving.
Like sharks, like virtually unchanged from like 200 million years ago.
It's awesome.
So cool.
All right.
We should be gators. Anyway.
Yeah, we should be. All right. So now we're in Beth and Nana car ride, right? I don't know what they said stuff to each other.
No guy can ever be this good. They never are. Nana's like, oh, boy. Yeah, you're right. Everybody sucks. I'll be dead soon. You'll be dead soon. Everybody will be dead soon. You'll be all alone. Ben will move away. Ben fucking hates you. Ha ha ha. You're goddamn right.
Oh,
everyone's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Nana had a couple mimosas.
Like, yeah, Nana lays into her.
Yeah. She's like, get over
Ruthless.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Big Ben's birthday party here. Big Ben Parliament.
Big Ben's big birthday, yeah.
Right? Big number 9.
Mm-hmm. Is it number 9?
I think it was his 9th birthday, right?
Okay. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yes, just a boy. Not too old for birthday parties.
No, absolutely. No one's too old for birthday parties.
No.
All right, so here we go. Keith. This is all Keith. Fucking Keith, right? So Keith's there, and he's just eyeing Logan. He's just like, I see you, boy. Yep. I see you drinking from a Budweiser.
I just imagine him like packing a real fat lip too.
It's also kind of funny. I was paying attention because Budweiser beers are drank throughout this movie, but you don't really know. True. You don't really know it's Budweiser because they kept the labels were turned away from. But
if you know,
right?
If you've ever had a Budweiser, you know what the label looks like. It's like, yeah.
But I noticed they were all turned away from the camera.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of Bud Heavy long necks in my day.
Yeah, I think that's all they sell down there. And a Beta.
That's right.
Oh, that's our other New Orleans movie.
Tulane?
No. Oh, actually, it didn't take place in New Orleans, but the Sorority Row.
But that did take place in New Orleans.
It did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. All right. Well, that's fun.
Good callback. That was a pretty good episode. If you're a relatively new ITMT listener, which I know there's some of you out there.
Hey, Italians.
I feel like Haunting of Fraternity Row was one of our better episodes. I don't know. That was a fun.
Yeah, it was the beginning of us.
Yeah, we haven't done horror lately. Which let us know if you want us to do more horror, fans, listeners. We'll just do whatever you want. Just tell us what you want.
Yeah. So, all right, we're at the birthday party.
That's right.
And Keith's just being a real asshole.
That's right.
Drinking Budweiser on the porch there, staring down Logan.
Like assholes.
Around.
Yep.
Not a big fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Keith goes inside the house while Beth is putting the cake together.
Presumably to abuse her, yeah.
Yeah, and to go into the fridge and to abuse a carton of milk, which we thought from the trailer that's what was going to happen.
That's right.
Unfortunately, it doesn't. He's just a guy who just takes other people's beer. So he comes in. Well, probably didn't even bring it.
It's a party. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think he brought it.
I think that's okay. It's a party. I don't know. All's fair in love and war.
No, man, bring your own cooler, bring your own beer, have it out in the yard.
Sure.
He still thinks he owns the place. That's basically what it's getting at, right? He's just being an asshole, being real, just asshole, kind of abusing his power,
Very explicitly abusing his power, talking about, well, what if I don't like what's going on around here with you and that guy? Like, I have a say in who my son sees. I can legal system you to death.
Gotcha.
Because all cops are bastards.
Yep. And he can say she's unfit and blah, blah, blah. Game over. And, judge judge dad and he's running for mayor, yada, yada, yada. Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's like frosting a cake here and Beth is very upset.
That's right. He does have that line, which is a good one to say in a Southern accent. You think I don't know what's going on around here?
Yeah. He's a jerkwad.
Yeah. Total jerkwad. Keith.
Right. Terrible name, isn't it?
Ugh, I before E, except that, come on.
Except after Keith.
All right, so the party's over, and we got Beth and Logan hanging on the front porch there, and Beth's just like, "Hey, Keith wants you out of my life."
It's the best thing. I can't risk losing Ben.
And he's like, "God damn it, you deserve better than this." And that's that. And he just and he walks away because he doesn't own a car or have a driver's license.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And of course,
so we're out on the road.
Well, and of course, because people watch people in this movie, Vanna's sitting there watching.
Right.
And then we got Logan just walking back to his shit house, I assume, on a dirt road somewhere. I don't know. It's very
in the South, yeah. And Keith pulls up to him whistling.
Yeah.
Whistling Dixie. As they say.
And then Keith
keep that in for the YouTube channel.
Yeah. This could be your beer. Reach out to us at.
Monetize me now.
Not on YouTube.
Ooh, Chris, that's nice.
So Keith pulls up behind him, starts giving him some shit. Very Rambo First Blood kind of moment. And, Logan's just like, "No, man, get out of here." He can't. Pretty much. He's like, "No, I know your type." He's like, "Just because you got a gun, you got a badge, think you got a name.
You think that makes you something?"
Yeah, it makes you something.
You're nothing, bitch.
Nothing. You're nothing.
And then Keith's like, "You watch your mouth," and then Logan just walks away.
Yeah. Nah, man. See ya. I feel like Logan should have spit right there. Just been like, we're back at the dog pound here.
Back with Nana.
And kind of this is like a montage with
it's like a scene montage.
Yeah. It's like a montage for the scene in the middle and then a montage, like the wrapping up of the montage. It's like a montage sandwich is what it is. Montage sandwich. Well, you start out with Grandma giving Grandma advice, right? And she's like pushing Beth, and Beth is just like,
"You can't give up on him. Sacrificing everything in your life for your children isn't selfless. It's ridiculous."
And Beth's just like, "I'm doing the best I can, Grandma.
I'm just doing the best I can to take our germs."
And then we cut to Logan fixing a boat.
Yeah.
He's working on a boat still.
Well, wait. Whoa.
Yeah. This is all part of this. This is all this. This is like all. It's all in this big section. It's all this big chunk of like bouncing back and forth. We may have done this differently, but
yeah.
So he's fixing a boat, and then we cut to Beth driving Ben to asshole dad's house, Keith's house, right? And of course, he's sitting there polishing up his GTO classic.
They get out of the car, and Ben's like, "Dad, can I help you wash your car?" And he's like, "Yeah, boy, grab a sponge."
Sponge. Spongiare.
That was for the Italian listeners.
For the Italian. Hopefully that's Italian for sponge, not something else. Anyway, so she has her moment right here, right? Grandma pushed her, and she's all fired up. She's like, she stands up for herself, and she's like, "Hey, basically, fuck you, stay out of my life." PG-13, so she doesn't drop the F-bomb, but
well, she says, "Stay the hell out of my life, boy.
Stay the hell out of my life.
You don't want full custody? I'm gonna fight you tooth and nail."
And she's making a scene. And he's like, "Don't make a scene." And then she just spits, and then she gets in her truck and drives away.
And Keith is humiliated in front of his whole neighborhood. Everybody
in his own house. Oh shit, Keith. Oh. Yeah, she polished you. Right.
She polished the fuck out of you.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Right.
So she's all fired up now because she did that. Oh. And then she gets back. She goes right to this is Logan's house, right? Steamy shower scene.
Yep. She goes home immediately and has angry sex with him. That's right.
Yeah, she's like, shower. "I just stood up to a cop," and she just comes bursting into, I think, his home because he's there and playing around.
I think that's her home.
What's he doing there?
He's like cleaning the shower. He's a handyman. He's a maintenance man. He's like cleaning the shower because he's wearing clothes. He's not taking a shower.
Yeah.
He's just like cleaning stuff.
Oh,
he's
okay.
Right. He's working. And she's like, "Take me."
And we got a really steamy outside shower scene here.
But PG-13.
PG-13, you're right.
Yeah, Stevie Hicks wouldn't have it any other way.
I would say this is more PG, but then the next scene, though.
Then it ramps up.
Continues on. Now we're in a bedroom, and now it's super steamy, sexy time.
Their clothes are dripping. which is important for some reason. Like they focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that adds to the whole steaminess, right?
So dripping.
Hands are everywhere. Midriffs, down pants.
Across America. We got a good shot of Logan's tattoo on his back. Yeah.
All glorious, fleeting.
Yeah. Brutal.
And then we're next morning, and she's kind of poking around his stuff. Yes, we are at his place.
No, I don't think so. We are at his place.
Well, we are because he's got it's his stuff.
Right,
yeah. So yeah, we are at his place, and so the next morning they wake up and she's
she's just going through his shit.
Yeah, just rummaging through his stuff. It's like, I know he's only got 3 things, but come on, like be a little respectful.
Squeeze me, yeah.
He's got a book because he likes to read, as we know. Right. A creepy photo of you that he stole off your dead brother's.
Well, she doesn't find the picture, thankfully.
Death site,
because that would be
She doesn't. It's right there. He's getting a little worried, but yeah, she doesn't find the photo. And then she's like, hops in bed and is like, "Hey, why did you come here?" And he says, "To find you."
Very explicitly, and she thinks it's like some romantic thing, but he's like, "No, actually, I came here to find you because I have your picture from the war."
He's not lying.
I hate this. I hate this movie.
You know what it's time for?
It's gonna be a montage.
We're gonna rearrange furniture.
Montage.
We're gonna spring clean.
Yep. So we're
dance in the living room where the piano was.
Yeah. Nobody's been in this room since
Drake died.
Ace's dad.
This was Ace's room. Mm-hmm. This is Drake the Canadian's room.
Him. Yeah.
They dance, they're hanging out, then they're kind of just chilling, and Grandma comes from marching through in a huff, like our lead pianist broke her wrist or something.
Our lead pianist broke his wrist.
The church choir is totally fucked.
Is Grandma Skeletor? Our pianist is under attack.
I wish. So yeah, someone broke a wrist.
You should play violin. Play for me, boys.
We're so close. We're almost there. Keep it together, man.
I can't help myself.
It's pretty good. All right, so Grandma's all Skeletor about not having a piano player for the choir. She's what's gonna happen? And Logan's like, I can fill in for the choir because he plays the piano, as we all know. Right. And he's like, hey Ben, how about you fill in?
I could do a whole choir. Give me a piano. I'll do a whole fucking choir.
I'll fucking make it rain out here. Right?
Don't tell me twice. You want a choir? Give me a piano. Give me a piano right now.
I'll make it rain out here. Some of them psalmies things you sing. I think the P is silent, Logan. Whatever.
I know the church.
I know the Lord Jesus.
I know Jesus. I wish this movie went off the rails. Oh, it does. I forgot. It does. Yes. Okay. We're almost there.
All right. So he's like, yeah, I'll fill in for the choir. And then he's like, hey, Ben, why don't you play your fiddle or violin, whatever. And
I can't do it alone. I gotta fiddle backup.
Gotta have a fiddle backup, And Ben's like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And he just flips out and just runs away. It's like,
you're not my real dad.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, kid? Jesus. Is this your answer to everything? Just like flip out and just run away? Like card tricks. I got to go to bed. I just want to show my card trick, Mom.
I wanna.
All right. So then Logan finds
to the treehouse.
To the treehouse. Meanwhile, in the treehouse, Logan and Ben have a moment. We have a little dog tag moment. Like, hey, dog tags, you be by my side. Buddies forever, right?
That's how Marines work, buddy. You'll always be by my side.
Right. And Logan's like, hey, I need you up there with me. I need you up there with me to get through this, And, helping Ben get through his performance anxiety. Is that the right term for that?
Nope.
It's definitely not. That's a different.
Well,
that's not right. I think that's
got that.
Yeah, Stage fright. Right. So,
and
then, speaking of terrible transitions,
that's when they play chess. That's when they decide to play chess.
No. Speaking of terrible transitions, this is when all of a sudden it's Logan and Ben playing together, right? They're doing kind of like a mini montage, but they're doing chess, but they're also doing violin, piano thing. They're practicing.
Sure, yeah.
And then it does this terrible transition of cutting to Logan and Beth doing it.
Yes, right. That's right. There's a weird sex children thing happening. Yeah,
it's literally Logan and Beth. It's a short mini montage. Ben and Logan playing music together.
I didn't care for that. Yeah.
And then it cuts to Logan and Beth.
Don't care.
Also, you can't name two characters with the same first two letters, Beth and Ben. Like, come on.
It's very Marvel. Meanwhile, Keith, the whole time,
just watching.
They're banging. He's just watching from the driveway.
Yeah. He sees Beth's truck because now they're obviously at, Logan's place.
He's big mad.
This movie, that's all it is. I wonder if that's all his books are. It's just people stalking each other and watching each other. Really, it's like
I think so. Yeah.
You're like these movies are they're like a half step away from being like a horror film, right? Like a stalker thing, right?
For sure.
Like, man, if you go that route, what a better movie.
Think of The Lovers.
All right, so Keith's all pissed. So we're at church.
The next day, Logan and Zeus get up, go to church.
Crushing it on the keys, right? Taking care of the choir, supporting them.
Yeah, doing great. Everybody's singing. Logan's playing piano. Ben is clearly terrified, but he gets up to play with Logan.
Yeah.
He's got a handful of missed notes, but mostly he crushes it. He's doing a great violin job. Violin's hard, like we said earlier. Violin's a tough instrument to learn.
It's a tough one.
Mostly because there's no frets.
Yeah. It's fretless.
You just have to know where the notes are. And that's very hard.
Yes.
For a 9-year-old.
And everyone's kind of like on board, and he smooths, calms himself down. The two kids were bullying him earlier. Were like, he's not bad.
Yeah. And Keith's like, wait a second.
Gives a shit what these two kids think.
Maybe this guy's good for my kid. My boy's playing the violin.
There's a moment of we pull up in Keith's face, and he's like looks like he's kind of cracking a smile. He's looking at Beth, seeing her happy, Yeah.
Zac Efron explicitly says it later, but Keith's not a bad guy deep down. He's kind of a monster and mostly a shitbag, but deep down, very deep down, he's trying to be a good dad.
There's an inkling of not a bad person there.
Very deep.
Because all of your actions usually imply who you are. Yeah. Right. All your actions and things you do to other people in the outside world are usually an indication of who you are.
They do speak louder than words. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So
famously.
I don't know who said that, Voltaire or Seuss?
Voltaire. It's probably
Voltaire.
Yeah. Well, tomato.
So the kid gets up there. He does well. Everyone's kind of like, all right, he's an our Brad. Okay, he's cool. And Keith's definitely feeling like a real asshole. But he drops a little smile.
Proud.
He's proud. And he does drop a little smile about his son getting up there and doing something.
Beth's crying.
So then we're leaving the church.
Well, before that, I was going to say, Beth's crying, like there's a little fist bump. Like the boys did a good job today, right?
Yeah.
Celebrate the wins. We can't just gloss over the win.
Can't gloss over the wins. Yeah. Everyone wins today.
Yeah. Judge Daddy, as they're walking out of the church, Judge Daddy's like, oh, I didn't know Benny was so talented. He's got to play my victory rally.
Yeah. Zac Efron just, he's got a role to play. So then they're walking out. Keith is feeling a little, he's seeing everyone kind of.
Even Judge Daddy appreciates Zac Efron.
What's going on here? But then we get Keith's buddy here pulls up and he's like, hey man, you remember that dang old guy? You remember that dang old guy? I told you was asking about Beth and a photo. That's the guy.
that guy.
That's the guy right there.
And he's like, what?
Scooby Snacks. What? He's like, 1 + 1 + 2 + what?
1 + 6 is 7.
And then we're at Logan's house. Cut to Logan's house. Photo's missing.
Somebody broke in.
Yep.
Which apparently in the book, Russ and I did a little digging on the book. Not to say that Russ and I never do our research, but this time we did our research.
We went the extra leg for you, the listeners here. Okay.
Yeah. We read a vague Wikipedia synopsis for the book, and they
skimmed really. But
skimmed. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. We didn't read it. We skimmed it. But this part happened differently in the book. So, there's like a lot more accusing of like, oh, I knew that you were the guy that broke into my house, blah, blah, blah. In the movie, it's kind of obvious, but they don't call it out ever that somebody broke in. And
yeah. Because it's
kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then we come back to Beth's, everybody's sleeping. And then Keith knocks on the door. I don't know. What time of day do you think this is? Is this like it's 10 p.m. or like 1 a.m.?
I think it's like 9, 10 p.m. because because they went to church.
Early to bed.
It's still Sunday.
Yeah.
They went to church. Yeah. Obviously, you go to church at what, 6, 7, 8 in the morning, whatever, before noon.
What?
I don't know. When does church happen? Church happens early. I don't know.
9 o'clock. I don't know. Regular time. Morning.
Yeah. Okay. So they did church. So yeah, it's like probably 9, 10 o'clock. Ben's sleeping.
Okay.
Keith shows up, dressed up.
Less than 12 hours later.
Yes. Fully dressed as a cop now. I mean, he's on duty now.
Yeah.
Strictly police business he's here for. And she's like, come on, Keith. What you doing here, man? And I before E. E before I, Keith.
What you doing here, man?
What you doing here, man? And he's like, check out this photo of you.
Police business.
It's police business. And concerns are getting high here. And
your boy Logan had this picture.
And it's the picture that she had given to her brother.
That's right. Canadian Drake.
And she's sad.
She's big sad.
And Keith is like, but he's really playing up the whole like, hey, this is the whole thing. He's clearly doing like a stalking thing, and you know,
he didn't just wander into town by chance.
Yeah, and I think he's implying what's going on is that maybe he friendly fired Drake, and this is how he found.
That's right.
Your photo. Shot the man in the back and took the photo of his sister.
Yeah. So then Keith drives away, and Logan shows up. And he's like, he knocks on the door, and Beth's like, I'm confused. that picture was Drake's. I'm verklempt. She's like, Jacques, did you shoot my brother Drake?
And then he finally cracks open and explains what happened, right?
He's like, yeah, no, let me outside while you're inside tell you about this time.
Yeah. No, I shot that motherfucker. No,
I shot that motherfucker in cold blood. Hate people named Drake.
He's a real asshole. He took my last bottle of Dasani.
That's right. And so he's like, I found this picture in the dirt. Nobody claimed it. I tried to find the owner of you. Yeah. Couldn't find your owner anywhere in Iraq.
It's kind of Zac Efron's big like dramatic moment too. Like him being like, you hear like they get like the faint background noise of like a war happening, when he's in there, he's like, he turns away. It's like straight from a play. It's like from like helicopters are going, and he's just like,
finding something like that in a war is like finding an angel in hell.
Ugh, my God.
She's like, I promise if I made it out, I'd find that girl and thank her for saving his life. Because again, his accent was all over the place.
All over the place. There was nothing consistent with it at all.
I tried to tell you, buddy. I couldn't find the words.
Meanwhile, Ben is awake, right? And hears the whole thing.
And she yells at him about how that picture was meant to keep Drake alive. And you're saying that it kept you alive. You sack of shit. Like, and that's when he leaves.
Yeah, she tells him, she's like, get out of here. She's like, get out of here.
He's like, okie dokie.
Okie dokie, Smokey. I'll take my dog and go. Oh, my dog. Where is my dog? I guess my dog's home.
Yeah. So he leaves. Ben's like, Logan, wait. And gives him the chess book as he's walking out.
This kid is still trash talking even now.
I love it.
Let it go. Yeah. Let it go, kid.
Players never die.
That's right.
Logan,
I'm gonna miss you, but here, you might need this.
Logan's like, take care of your mom, boy. And I was like, oh, is he leaving now?
That's it.
I thought I was the guy next to you. You're like,
oh my God.
Oh my God. You tried to be this kid's dad, you idiot.
You screwed up, didn't you?
And then Logan tells him that he's his best buddy and that he'll always be next to him.
Yeah, and then he gives him his dog collar, dog chain, dog tag. Jesus Christ.
That's right.
He actually takes off his dog collar and gives it to the kid. And he's like, hey, man.
He takes off his dog collar.
Yeah. That's right. And he's like, it's an electric shock one, so don't come over the fence. But now we're buddies for life. I'll always be next to you.
Yeah, now we're nutty buddies for life. So Beth and our hero Logan here are on the outs. And the next morning, Beth's going to the boat. She goes to visit the boat. It's her safe space. She can tell that Logan's been fixing it. She finds a bunch of tools and she's like, oh, interesting. And then she goes to start it and it works.
Yeah.
What a miracle. It's a miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle right there, right?
And she's stoked. And meanwhile, Logan's getting fruit. Like this scene, like I don't know, the filming of this movie is not good.
No.
Like everything just jumps around too much.
Yeah. Yeah, he's at the farmer's market, which we established many moons ago, right? That was the whole point of that, to show us, there's this other
fruit. Yeah.
There's this other place that exists that we need to know about. So when they show up there later, it's not a total surprise, right?
That's right.
And then we're at the bar. We cut to the bar, a little daytime drinking.
Well, why wouldn't you? Yeah. I mean, in Rome.
Let's guess what we're doing right now. So
do as Romans do.
Keith getting lit up by himself in the bar.
Classic right? Keith.
Right? Yeah. Classic Keith move.
Forever
then
Keith.
We got the cop buddy there with the mustache there. He shows up and he picks him up and he's like, "Hey man, you ain't driving.
Nice sexy mustache.
You ain't got the time to drive." And then I don't know what that means. And then they're in the car driving whatever, and Keith's in the passenger seat, and then he spots Logan walking through the farmer's market there with his bag of groceries. No head of lettuce and baguettes coming out, which is first. It's a first. Usually that's what's in those.
Truly unbelievable, yeah.
And he's like, "Pull over," and he punches his buddy. He's like, "Pull over, I'm going to get him."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then Keith's all drunked up, and he's like, stumbles over. It's daytime now, right? In a big public area.
Yep.
Comes up to Logan, starts saying some shit, reaches into his bag, grabs an apple, takes a bite of the apple and just spits into his face.
Hilarious, but also not cool.
Don't mess with other man's apples, you know?
His cop buddy's like, "Come on, man. Don't do that.
Come on, man. That's messed up, man. Come on, man." And
then
the dog starts freaking out.
Rowdy, good old Rowdy Piper.
He's all fired up, and then Keith pulls a gun on the dog
like a crazy person.
Dude, that's not good.
Come on,
you shoot Zac, that sucks, but you shoot that dog, You
can't come back from that.
No way. So he pulls a gun on the dog, and Logan's like, "Whoa, dude, really? You kidding me right now? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then, and then he's like, when he pulls up on Logan, Logan's like, "Hey man, let's just keep it." And just got what just happened? Does some fucking Marine shit on him, takes the gun from him, and then immediately drops a cartridge out, pops a bullet out, and hands it off to his buddy cop. And he's like,
"You're not a bad guy, Keith." Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, you know, Keith's not the worst guy. Like he gets redemption at the end. We're almost there. We're so close.
So then we're at Judge Daddy's house, right? Judge Daddy's, of course, playing pool because all mega rich people have pool tables in there, you know.
Well, Keith.
All right.
What are you crying about?
Well, all right.
All right.
What's your tears about, Sonny?
And he's like, "I could have killed him. Oh my God." Which is I think a correct response to this situation.
I mean, Keith is he's changing here. He's having a moment of realizing, like, what the fuck did I just do? I pulled a gun on a dog, and
he turns into a real boy. Yeah,
and he's realized, yes, he turns into a real boy.
Oh, you're a real person now. Oh.
And then Dad's like, "Well, don't worry. I talked to the sheriff boy, and he'll look the other way." And he's doing a shot, and he misses, whatever. And then he turns around, and Keith's gone, but his badge is on the pool table. So dramatic.
This will all blow over before the election.
Because that's all Daddy cares about. And that's it. Keith gave up his badge. So, and then we're back at the doghouse. The dog
back
kennel.
At the ranch.
Yep.
Nana is complaining about how, Beth's life, your life wasn't the only one that got improved when Logan showed up. We all enjoyed Logan. He's a good dude.
Great fate conversation right now, right?
Yeah.
Destiny.
Nana's like, all of this must have happened for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not Logan's fault. He survived, and our favorite brother/grandson did not.
And Beth is just like, "So you're saying Drake died so Logan could live?" Oh.
And she's like, it's not that simple. God damn it.
But that's what you're saying though, Grandma, isn't it?
Meanwhile,
you're fate believers, that's how that works.
Right, exactly. And then meanwhile, Logan's at home in the rain. He's got his leaky house.
Yeah.
He opens the chess book up and finds the picture finally of Aces. Drake
Green, Sergeant Drake Green
with
the Canadian,
with Ben. Yeah, with the boy. And he's like, "Oh shit, I know a guy named Aces from the night raid."
Oh shit, that's Ben's real daddy. It's his uncle. Got some Chinatown shit going on now. Yeah. No, that's not what happens. That's crazy. All right, so so Logan decides to bring the the photo right back to Beth, right?
So he shows up this is when Keith shows up to apologize first.
Yes, Keith shows up first. He's still a little drunk, I think, a little bit.
I've always loved these plates. Said a sober person.
Yeah. He picks up a plate. I was like, is he going to hit her with the plate? Because that'd be pretty ruthless.
I thought so, yeah.
I thought it was going to happen. I was like, okay, that'd be a little aggressive. Mm-hmm. Grandma's hiding. Ben closes the door. Ben's hanging on the other room. She closes the door. It's kind of blocking the view of Keith seeing Ben, whatever. And Keith's pretty desperate right now. He just wants to fix things. Like, I want to be a family again. Grandma's suspicious, whatever.
I just want us to be a family again.
Can't you see that? I just want to be a family again. It's like, oh, Jesus, okay, man.
I just want to be a family.
And then he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take Ben right now. Ben! And he goes for Ben. Ben, yet again, just runs, right?
I don't want to be with Daddy, yeah. So he runs away to the treehouse.
In the treehouse of horrors. Storm. The treehouse of horrors, yeah. Nasty storms going on. It's been going on for all day. So the kid just goes...
In the book, apparently, it's been going on for weeks.
Yeah. Another thing, too, the book... So this big thing in the book actually takes place in North Carolina, not Louisiana.
Right. Take your shirt off.
The kid goes running out in this storm, which is crazy storm. Goes heading for his treehouse. Dad goes after him. His dad's just like, well... More of like a kid, don't be an idiot. You're running out in a storm type of thing. Not like a, hey, I want to get you and fucking take you away from your mother. But that probably would have been.
Right. Classic Queeth.
Yep. So he goes running. Beth starts going running. Logan shows up at the same time, looking to return the photo and probably explain everything even further. Well, here he did. So he's just looking to return the photo. Instead, he shows up. Grandma's like, go after Beth.
What? Grandma's still here? I didn't have anything about Grandma because this is when I'm focused mostly on the river. Where?
Oh no, I'm leading up to that. That. Yeah, because Logan shows up at the house and they've already gone running, and Grandma's right there, and she's like, "Go after Beth. Something's wrong.
Right, okay,
something's wrong at the well. Go after Beth." So Logan
goes, Lassie.
Logan goes running. Then we're on this little rope bridge thing, straight from Indiana Jones Temple of Doom there.
That's right.
And the kid's trying to get across to his treehouse. Clearly an idiot kid. I thought the kid was like a genius, but he's clearly an idiot.
No, he's a dumb down.
He's a book smart kid. He's just not life smart, And that's
he stinks.
Yeah, when you're not life smart, that's when Darwin strikes. So he's trying to get across the bridge, and he's just stuck in the middle of the bridge. He's like, I can't get across, Daddy.
Right. And then the bridge then starts to collapse because,
yes,
of course, it's not going to work.
Yes, it's a crazy storm. And that's.
So Keith's like, I'm going to save you, boy. And Keith's like, help, somebody help us. And then that's when the treehouse is looking like it's going to fall, obviously on Ben at this point.
Well, the bridge. So hold on, but the bridge collapse. So
this is when Logan arrives. Yeah, exactly. And then the bridge collapses. Logan's
the bridge collapses, and then and they keep cutting back to the treehouse, which is looking a little shady here. Bad construction, and the bridge collapses. Ben's on it. He falls into the water.
Yeah.
Keith goes in after him. Right.
Yeah.
Swimming across this little river, it's gushing.
Yeah.
Gets the kid, gets the boy, and they're like on the other side now of the riverbank. Logan shows up, and Beth does.
He's like, help me, Logan.
Help me, Wolverine. Help me. And
Beth's like,
just screaming her brains out.
It's very frustrating.
Just screaming her brains out. And it's like, what? Terrible change of character there. And Logan jumps right into the water. And he swims over, and Keith's like, take Ben, whatever.
Take the boy. Logan
grabs Ben, swims back over. It's kind of like
I'll come back for you.
And Keith's like, whatever, man. And brings back. So Ben's safe. And then this is the moment. They keep cutting up and they keep looking at the treehouse, which is just like getting shaky every moment. Keith is apparently stuck. He's like, my foot's stuck in something.
And Logan's like, I got to go back for Queeth.
And just as he's going back, the treehouse collapses. And
it's so funny. Just crushes Keith in the water.
Just crushes Keith, goes down the river. See ya, you're gone.
It's so funny.
Everyone
just watches. They're all just like, like, oh no.
Yeah, Ben literally saw his father die because of his choices.
His fault, right?
Yep, it's his fault. Hey Ben, remember that time you killed your dad because you went running out in a storm and tried to go to your stupid treehouse? Which
oh no,
who built this thing, by the way? Ugh.
Probably Queeth.
Queeth did probably. Yeah, he probably did. So, oh my God. And that's it. And I was just like, I did not see coming.
Oh no. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing for 5 minutes.
I was laughing so hard. I think that's when I texted you and I was like, this ending is ridiculous.
Yes. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad you got there. I was like 2 minutes ahead of you, probably. I was like, this is so funny.
Why is this happening? So now,
Russ will love this.
So before we go any further, though, let's talk about the ending of the book, because I think at this point, the hardcore readers would be like, wait, what? This didn't happen in the book. Like a Marvel fan does, when they're...
Excuse me,
this isn't what happens.
Great power comes great responsibility.
You ruined my midlife crisis. In the book, which is... The ending is absolutely ridiculous. So this ending of this movie was pretty stupid, right? It's pretty dumb.
Sure.
It's pretty dumb, but it's
not good. Yeah.
It's there, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
But in the book, apparently it ends with the both of them like dying, right? So there's a whole no. So all right, so hold on. So everything goes to like the rope bridge, right? And everything, all that is correct in the movie. But in the book, what ends up happening is Keith tries to go to the treehouse, but he falls through some like rotten wood. He dies either way, right?
Yeah.
He breaks his ribs, but he's clinging on to like the rope bridge as well. He's
a Klingon. That's right.
He's a Klingon, right? Beth breaks her foot on the way to the treehouse, right? So she's only able to watch everything unfold. So
wild,
ridiculous, right? Logan and Zeus, the dog, who the dog was not in the movie at all at this point, right? So they show up and they try to help as well. Logan ends up closer to Keith, and Keith clings to Logan, dragging him under. When the whole treehouse collapses and Logan and Keith disappear into the abyss of this river.
Yeah.
Zeus, the fucking dog, saves the kid.
Which makes perfect sense. But I don't know what's more frustrating. I don't know which ending I would hate more.
I think if I read this as a book, I'd be like, what? And then seeing it as a movie, I'm like, yeah, it's not good.
Either way, Keith dies, which is good for me. I'm glad that Keith dies in this movie.
Yes, but I think at the end of the book, though, it seems like it's not like a super happy ending. Like there's an epilogue. Well, it seems like there's an epilogue where it's like it's definitely apparent that Keith died, but Logan survives, and then there's a whole other photo situation where Ben, the kid, continues to carry around this photo for good luck. So it's like. It's not like in the movie which we're about to get to, where it's like happy ending. So
it's like mostly happy.
Other than, Ben seeing his father get murdered by his own treehouse. So then we're at the post-storm wrap up.
Hilarious.
Right? Yeah. The storm is done. We're at ambulance time, right? Keith's dad, Judge Daddy shows up and he's like, "Hey, thanks for saving.
Boy.
Thanks for saving Benny there." And Logan's like,
Righto,
governor.
Do my job, governor.
Righto there, mayor. But your son did. And then that's that.
Keep cocaine.
And then we're back on the doghouse, the dog farm, the dog pound. Beth thanks Logan. And then we get Logan actually tells her what actually happened to her brother. Now that he knows who he is. Obviously the guy from the very beginning who got shot, as we all already know. They got ambushed, and he's like, "Oh, your brother, he died actually trying to save someone in his platoon. It wasn't a crossfire situation, right?" So,
right. Well, there were a couple, Ben, there's in between, they cut back to home, and Ben's like, "Did they find my dad yet?" And everyone's like, "No, sorry, buddy. We have not found your dad."
Yeah, it's a deep river, son.
And Anna's like, "Poor Queeth." And that's when Logan's like, "I wish I could have done more." Like there was like a little bit of development there, but not much.
Yeah, it didn't feel enough.
Yeah. And then like Nana's like, you and Queeth did a wonderful thing to Logan.
Yeah.
There's more. It's just a bunch of everybody complimenting Logan for his awesome skills and saving.
Yeah, doing awesome stuff while the son murdered his father.
So that's when, the important part of when he's talking to Beth about her brother. Oh, he didn't think of himself at all. He just took care of his man. Like, don't worry. He died not for nothing. He achieved a thing trying to save his guys, blah, blah, blah.
So she feels there's closure to her brother's death. Right. So,
yep. And then he's like, "Well, to the streets with me."
Yep.
Back to walking,
the old Bruce Banner ending here, right? But then hold on. wait a second. Whoa, that's not how we're ending this. And Beth goes running after him. Wait, don't go.
Slow motion, of course.
She hugs him. She's like, you belong here with us.
And so they hug and kiss. And then there's voiceover from Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own destiny. Not everyone has the choice to follow it. I'm lucky I did.
What? All right. So,
what?
What?
I don't get it. What?
Everyone has their own density, but not. I wrote down. I listened to it twice. I was like, hold on. So everyone has their own density, but not everyone makes the choice to follow it.
I'm lucky I did.
It feels like a philosophical cop out. We did say to listeners we were going to talk philosophy here, so maybe we do it now. But I mean,
we philosophized.
I don't know. Is that like a philosophical cop out? Like that's like a fate choice. Isn't your destiny like? Isn't that what you're just destined to do? Meaning you have no choice to make it. So how can you choose your? Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, it's confusing. Right. It's confusing beliefs. I just don't.
It's kind of a cop out. It's like, well, which one are you? Are you just being like, well, you know, you have a destiny, but you could choose which.
I don't think anyone watching this movie is thinking about it, honestly.
No, I think they hear that line like, that's a fancy line.
Oh my God, he's so deep. It's not that audience, I don't think. I think people are like, cool.
Zac Efron got the girl at the end.
Now they're out on a boat.
Now
boat stuff.
Yeah,
Ben is not scarred for life and terrified of rivers that he almost died in. That he killed his father in.
He murdered his father in. Logan's with his new family, so this whole Ted Bundy thing kind of worked out pretty well, you know.
I love rivers.
It was all a chess match. Him and the kid had planned this thing 3 steps ago, right? Kid, the real bet was, kid, I'll make a bet with you. Yeah. Let's get your father killed so I can get your mother.
Zac Efron's like, don't worry, I'll fuck your mom.
And then, so they're on the boat. They're having a good time. And yeah, because you know what?
Boat around.
Because death that is close to anyone, even if he's an asshole, you can get over it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, you know what? Your dad's dead, but he was kind of a dick.
Kind of an asshole. So, and then they keep pan out and the boat's moving along and they pan, pull out. And guess what? It is the shot from the beginning of the movie. And the credit song is terrible.
Yeah, not great. It was not a Beach Boys song.
Oh my God, it was so bad. And then that's it. That's the end. That's the end of the lucky one.
Bad movie.
Really? Good.
Do not recommend.
Do not recommend. It's been a while.
Had me laughing. Like him dying under a treehouse falling into the river is so funny.
Like, can you imagine when that kid grows up? He's like, yeah, my dad died. Hey, how did your dad die?
I killed him.
I killed him via treehouse. What?
So funny.
They still haven't found his body.
So fucking funny.
They
definitely found his body. They just didn't tell the kid. Yeah. They were like, oh, we buried him. Like we all buried him.
Yeah, it's like a mile down when things calm down. It's like just washed up on like some rocks. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
We also got the treehouse. If you want us to put that back up.
Yeah, don't tell Ben, but we can make a new bridge, I guess.
Bridge is out.
What a nightmare. I hated this movie so much. It was just so boring. We got next one. Next one we're going to do Brazen next, I think, right? That'll be fun.
Yeah, Brazen's going to be next. Yeah.
I wanted to watch that movie. It came out last year, I think. And I was like, ooh, I want to watch that. And then I saw the Rotten Tomatoes and I was like, oh no. Well, I guess we'll do it for the podcast.
It's like you went from I wanted to watch it to, oh, I guess I'll watch it now.
Right, exactly.
I need to watch it.
This sounds like Tomb Raider minus. I'll watch that.
Yeah, so this movie is not good.
Don't waste your time. If you've listened to the podcast, don't go watch this afterwards. I know sometimes we might inspire you to go watch the movie.
Do you think that happens? Do you think people get to the end of this and they're like,
I hope so. I hope people are like, I got to go see Contra right now. That sounds wild.
I kind of hope some people have made some mistakes, the same mistakes we did. So,
but not this one. Don't waste your time.
No, go for a bike ride. Go for a walk. It's springtime.
Watch Little Italy. Yeah, much funnier.
So, I don't know. I think, is that it?
Yeah, I think we're just disappointed. God bless us, everyone.
This is good. We're going to wrap it up. We're done. That's it. You can go home now. Although our outros are pretty fantastic. So maybe you want to stick around for the next minute. Mm-hmm. And if you do, thank you for listening to all of this. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with a new movie, Brazen.
That's right.
It's happening. The 2021 Alyssa Milano crime thriller, I guess it is.
From Charmed. Yep. Love Alyssa Milano. Big Alyssa Milano fan.
Big Alyssa Milano fans. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Spoilers, probably not good.
Great.
Oh shit. Yeah, no. Yeah. The movie won't go well. This will go great though. But yeah, so in the meantime though, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That, or ITMT Pod on Twitter. Wherever you're listening to us right now, you should subscribe, follow, like, do whatever the thing is. Just click on buttons and do it.
That's right. And when you're there, you can also probably leave us a review, at least if you're on Spotify or Apple. 5 stars would be nice. Say whatever you want. Make a comment. I feel like text is good for the algorithms. It's all about the algorithms. You all know that. Help us out. Help us help you enjoy more of us.
Yeah. Help us help you be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you just want to say something directly at us, you can send us an email. We'll read them in the trailer trash like we always do in fan service. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or if you forgot everything that we just said and you're like, oh God, where do I go for It's This Meets That news and updates? Where could I possibly find more information about the hosts or where I could find their episodes on all of the places on the internet? You know what? You're in luck. We have a website.
There's a place for you.
It's thismeetsthat.com. You can go there. You can find all of our old episodes, this blog post. Sometimes I started getting creative with the pictures at some points where they get kind of funny. So, little ITMT Easter eggs. Go visit the website. Check it out. Let us know how we can improve it. Send us an email.
Oh yeah.
Like, I wish I could do this thing on the ITMT website.
And if that's too many letters for you to type in, you could just do itmtpod.com.
That's right. Double the website, double the fun.
Do it.